Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to another episode of Train Sim World. Today we are going to be having a look at the recently released ScotRail Fife Circle add-on. Now this is going to cost you £29.99, there's a link in the description if you're sold by this, and I have to say the initial artwork looks absolutely fantastic. The 170 does look brilliant. This is actually coming shortly after the Gospel Oak line, which is £24.99, so if you really are an avid Train Sim World fan, this is, it's going to be an expensive month for you. But yeah, here we go. So if we have a look at the route there, we have got Fife Circle in the top corner. What I do want to do is I want to go on the rail journeys first of all, just to show the difference. Obviously it's a little bit more expensive. However, if we look at the Gospel Oak line, you've only got 19 of the missions in the journey. I quite like playing these just to get the ticks, basically. Look, they're all platinum, isn't that nice? But if you go to your Fife Circle line, you've actually got a whopping 50 things to do. Now obviously you've got a lot of scenarios to have a look at there, so you do get a lot more for your money in that sense. Now if we have a look at the coastal scenes, I had picked a scenario, where are we, that I wanted to do, and now I've lost it. Excellent. There we go, it was 1 Lima 73. I don't know why it's 1 Lima 73-1. Is there a 1 Lima 73-2? I don't know. But Edinburgh Waverley to Perth. Maybe it's because it doesn't go all the way to Perth. I'm not sure. It's 46 minutes in length. Let's jump in and get going. This is where it takes an absolute age to load, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. Right, here we go. So we're operating part of a commuter service from Edinburgh Waverley to Markinch. Oh, hang on, it's dark. This is a disaster. Right. Okay, yeah. Tell you what, we'll abandon that one. I did actually want to see something in the light. It probably said the departure time on there and I've probably missed it. Right, I tell you what we'll do. We'll pick one of the hour ones. I really didn't want to go for... we'll just pick it from here so we can see that they're right. Hang on, scenarios. Right. Let's do this high winds one. Yeah, we'll do a scenario instead. Come on, be daytime. Be daytime. 50 minutes, but it's only 4 minutes longer than... Right, here we go. High winds, as does happen every now and then in Scotland. Aha! Where are we? Oh, we're looking up at the sky. High winds are rocking the Fife Circle, spelling terrible news for rail services. Run a simple passenger service from Markinch to Edinburgh, but keep on the lookout for anything unexpected. Excellent. Right, so there's going to be disasters en route, isn't there? We're here with the 170. We have a 170. Which one are we driving? Let's have a look. 409. Let's jump on. Jump on through the cab door. Have to say, I'm a bit gutted that doesn't work. That is actually the lever, the emergency lever which you have to use to operate the cab door in Class 170s, and I'm a little bit gutted you don't get to pull that every time you use it. Right, so we've got first class at the back here. We'll shut that so we don't end up with any riffraff in. We'll wander through, lovely. It's still one of those, the doors doesn't, the doors don't shut after you. It's very irritating. Oh, we've got first class at this end as well. Lovely. There we go. Right, lovely. So, Popper's key in. I'll just isolate the, or unisolate the systems, because we always have the safety systems isolated. Bob the doors open. Now this always prompts you to key in and operate as a driver-only operated service. However, we're not going to do that. This is interesting. Is this actually what a 170 screen looks like? That looks weirdly cartoony. I don't know. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to pop day running on. What time are we on? Oh, it's tea time. Pop the tail lights off. Lovely. Pop the wipers on. Oh, we'll get some points if we put the wipers on. We didn't get any points. Oh, right, off we go. Right, we're locking the doors. Into gear. It sounds fairly alright so far. It sounds like a 170, doesn't it? Oh, hang on a second. I mean... Oh, hang on, it wants me to set the throttle to level 1. Right, there we go. Yeah, for some reason it wants you to drive it like 1, 2, 3, 4. Normally I think they drive these as 3, 5, 7, like you would with the Sprinter. I mean, the external sounds are suitable, I guess. I'm not blown away. You know, when you get the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 170 add-on for Train Sim Classic, it's like, wow, that sounds absolutely awful, as 170s do. That drone that 170s have. You know, it really is such a drony unit, isn't it? And Armstrong Powerhouse have done that really well. I still don't understand. You know, after we had that, you know, when they brought out London Commuter, and they had the Armstrong Powerhouse partnership where they did the 387 and the 377. You know that, we've covered that before on this channel. And I thought that they were going to partner with Armstrong Powerhouse for all of them, to be honest with you. It's a bit of a shame they didn't. I am enjoying, however, the sort of, you know, you've been bounced around a little bit. The route, just from my initial thoughts from where we've driven so far, it just doesn't seem quite as polished as the London Overground route that we had a look at earlier on in the week. Or was it last week? Good lord, where does the time go? Yeah, it was last week, wasn't it? Oh, I'm recording these a few days in advance here. But yeah, it just doesn't seem quite as polished. You know, you've got like this sort of weird jaggedy edge going on here with the ballast that sort of comes a bit close to the track every now and then. I don't really get what's happening with that. Where are we going? Oh wow, we've got 5.2 miles to Kirkcaldy, so we're actually going to get up to some decent speed. From what I've seen, the brakes are like cheese. May as well not be there, but we've not had to brake yet, so we'll see how we get on with that. We might end up flying through a station. What is our stopping pattern? Let's have a look. So we're stopping at Kirkcaldy, Kinghorn, Burntisland, Aberdour. It's not Aberdour, is it? It's Aberdour. Dalgety Bay, Inverkeithing, North Queensferry, Dalmany, Fallen Tree ahead, stop the train. Ah, right, okay, so that's, you know, when it said about those surprises, I think we've, ooh, 170. I think we've established there's going to be a fallen tree. Set the reverse to off, master key, unlock, Dalmany main line, roads in south, right, okay, so, oh, and then on the depot, right, okay. I mean, from the driving cab, the sounds don't actually sound that terrible. There's this very weird sort of noise going on in the background, so it's like, you know, when you get up to high speed running, you have that really high-pitched whiny thing, that whiny noise going on in the background. For those of you saying that whiny thing in the background's you, Joe, that's very rude. But, yeah, if you listen, it's like a low-speed running sound. You know, you'd expect that sound, you just hear it in the background if you listen. It just sort of sounds like we'd be doing about 40 mile an hour, and maybe have that sound, but it should be much higher in the 170. Well, in any unit, because obviously it's the running sound of the wheels on the rails. And the cab seems decently modelled, you know. In terms of the artwork, I think it's absolutely fine. Ooh, hang on, what's with this lag? Train Sim World shouldn't lag. Oh, hang on, let's make sure we cancel that. If you actually look at the thing, look at that, that's absolutely fine. You can tell it's meant to be a 170 for goodness sake. Let's have a screenshot. They're not going to be the best screenshots, are they? Because let's face it, the rain is horrendous. I might actually take a separate screenshot on a brighter, you know, on a brighter background, so it looks like we're going to be running in the sun. But I do like the fact that when the rain is there, you can constantly hear the rain slamming on the roof of the train. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. We don't get that in Train Sim Classic as far as I'm aware. That throttle noise is a bit loud, isn't it? It seems a little bit irritating. Perhaps I'm trying to find faults with the product, but you would imagine that the throttle noise would be very similar to that of the 377, with them both being built by Bombardier. I know that Rivet Games haven't had a particularly brilliant reputation when it comes to Train Sim World, have they? What with the West Coast local, not West Coast, West Cornwall local 150/2 that was absolutely abhorrent, and I believe it still is to this day. The 385 was actually pretty decent. There was just a few things with it, like whenever you drove into the tunnels, you get that green flash and all the cab looked like horrid. It was really weird. But to be fair, we've not found anything glaringly obvious with this yet. This seems pretty decent for them. I mean, you don't want to say that, do you? Because it's like, oh yes, it's brilliant for Rivet Games. That doesn't still mean it's good, but to be fair, it's just sort of a, you know, I'm not wowed by this product so far, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just meh. I think the Fife Circle line definitely does look better in Train Sim Classic. If you get Train Sim Classic with Railworks Enhancer 2, which I do believe on my Train Sim Classic videos I do have a link to. Yeah, if you get Train Sim Classic with Railworks Enhancer 2, there is absolutely no reason that it doesn't look much worse than this. In fact, you know what? I shall get Magic Toad to make this exact same scenario in Train Sim Classic, where we'll drive the same stopping pattern, the same weather, and we'll see how we get on. How's that? There you go, Magic Toad. If you're watching this video, which I don't believe you will, because you don't really like Train Sim World, do you? But if you're watching this video, there we go. That is the plan. Right, here we go. Kirkcaldy, your first stop. Some other people that I was watching stream managed to get announcements. How did we get the announcement? Oh, can you turn the lighting off? Oh wow, you can. You can turn the lighting on and off. That's funky. I like that. Oh, hang on. Right, we'll just... yeah, I've come in a bit slow there. Have we got times to be at these places? No, we can just sort of swan in and out at our leisure. Right, well, we'll focus on a good stop. Although I think I'm going to go past it now, aren't I? There we go, right. Brilliant. There we go. I just really don't like the driver-only operation aspect of Train Sim World. You know, that they should have added guards by now. These services run with guards. They should have them. It would just make so much more sense. You know, like the 150/2, having to operate that from a driver-only perspective. It's just weird. Right, here we go. Hold on to your hats. Why are people walking up and down with brollies? Right, we've got the blue interlock light. Ah, there you go. Beep, beep. We got the buzz, buzz. However, that's absolutely garbage. Why have they put that in? That's terrible. It's not a beep in a 170, it's a buzz. Why would they do that? That's not good. Oh, dear me. Yeah, I do find that... I almost feel that developers for Train Sim World 4 almost treat the people with contempt. You know, the people buying the product, I always feel that they sort of treat them with contempt a little bit. You know, like, oh, this is for console gamers, they're not going to know anything about trains. You know, we'll just bang that in, it'll be fine, rather than do it properly. I just think that's quite sad. It becomes apparent. I'm sure they don't mean to, but it really does become apparent that sort of they just treat them like they're idiots that don't know what they're going on about. And you know, Train Sim Classic, it always seems right. Well, this is serious. There's a serious sim community here. We'd better actually make some effort so we're not completely ridiculed. But yeah, Train Sim World, or most developers for Train Sim Classic anyway. But yeah, Train Sim World 4, it does just... Whoa, hang on, let's just not get an emergency stop. Yeah, it does just sort of seem that with Train Sim World, the sort of, oh yeah, we'll just bang that in, it don't matter. It's not an issue, nobody will notice. But yeah, it's little details like that for me that actually make the sim. You know, the route can be as pretty as anything, but if the train doesn't sound and doesn't perform like it should, it's just not very good. Now, there has also been, and I must address this, there has been a lot of complaints that the scenery in the distance doesn't look good. It looks very bleak, like there's, I mean, it's Scotland, isn't it? Scotland, when the weather's like this, is often described as bleak, but as is the north of England, before you all say, oh, Joe's pointing fun at us. Most of the north of England is as well, believe you me, I know. But Yeah, it's the scenery has been described as poor in the distance. Now, obviously, I realise we can't see that from this, but it is worth bearing in mind. Apparently, it doesn't look very good. I can't comment either way on that, but it's something that I need to make you aware of. Now, that might be fixed in an update, but we're still waiting for the West Cornwall local update. That's been a number of years now, guys. It's not coming anytime soon, is it? Let's face it. Having said that, was it not Rivet Games that for Train Sim Classic made the line up to Alloa and the other one, Dunblane, with the 385? Was that not Rivet Games as well? Because I seem to remember that was pretty good. Maybe was it not? I can't remember. Right, we'll get a bit more braking on. Because we do actually want to stop here at Kinghorn. God, we're coming in hot here, aren't we? Actually, no, to be fair, that's not that bad. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty decent stop, if I do say so myself. There we go. Right, stop. Doors open. Lovely. So whereabouts are we on the map? If we look out here, so we're actually... Oh, we're actually... I thought we were further up, but I guess we probably started up here, didn't we? We've sort of weaved our way down. So Edinburgh Waverley down here. We do also have this triangle. I don't know if that's usable, but obviously we have that on the Edinburgh-Glasgow line. See, I've not noticed any freight services on this yet. I don't know how much freight Scotland actually has whizzing round here. I always imagine to see like a Class 66 with a load of logs behind it, you know. Right, are we off? I also, there's a button on the end of this. You see that little silver button? That is like a hill start assist button. So you press that in when you move your throttle and it keeps the brakes on until you let go of the button. Now, I don't think that works on this because obviously we're very fortunate at the minute we're going downhill. If you're going the other way and you're going uphill, you'll just roll back at like every station. So it's... yeah, that's another feature which I don't know if it is actually simulated in the game, but you certainly can't press it. It doesn't light up as an option. So if you are able to do that, then my sincere apologies. But yeah, oh no, it's done that thing where it flashes going into a tunnel. Why is that? Oh no, have they done it again? Look at the textures. Why does this happen to Rivet Games' stuff? Look, and then when we come out, oh, it's fine. That's very odd. Back with Linda Blair's skin complexion. If you're not sure who she is, Google it, but it's not for the faint-hearted. Oof, The Exorcist, frightening film. Joe doesn't do horror films, people. Joe doesn't do horror films, but yeah, every time I see that, it's like, whoa, do you know? I seem to recall it wasn't quite as prominent as when it did it on the 385, but sweet child of mine. Flashbacks, oh! Terrible. Obviously it will be interesting to see what's down there. Although it doesn't look like... oh, it's sea. It's the sea, or a river. It's yeah. I'm going to say it doesn't look like there's much down there. Do quite like the rock work that you can see down here at the edge. That's nice. Nice touch. I like the things like there's the house with the scaffolding on the back. You know, it just makes it a little bit different, doesn't it? That's the sort of thing that I enjoy. You know, that's just slightly different. Oh, lightning. Wow. Don't tell me that was the tree coming down. It's probably not Burnt Island, is it? It'll be Burnt Island. Maybe it is Burnt Island. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Somebody did comment saying, please make sure that your pronunciations are on point because they're sick of hearing it pronounced wrong. I think they're going to be sick of this video, aren't they? Right, a bit more braking. Ooh, we're coming in fast here. Another 170 going the other way. See, that's what's frustrating. It looks fantastic. It's like the 385. Looked fantastic. The West Cornwall local looked garbage. I'm not going to lie to you there, but a lot of the ScotRail things, it's very, very clear to me that Rivet Games are based in Scotland because the ScotRail things, they just do really well in terms of the artwork. Their artwork team are fantastic. They really are. This is where you turn around to tell me that Rivet built the route and Dovetail built the train, but whoever built the train is fantastic. It's just the scripting and the sounds team that need a little bit of tweaking. To be fair, in terms of actually driving the damn thing, it does seem decent. Like I said, it doesn't take off like a rocket ship because I know that 170s in general are very sluggish. They're incredibly sluggish units, really, really sluggish. Where's my buzz? No, that's not okay. We do start moving a little bit before the engines have revved up. That is, but it's just me being pernickety, is that? Did I mean pedantic? I don't know. You get the point. Next stop, Aberdore. Full steam ahead. Let's just stop hovering over that emergency brake, shall we? Oh, is that a repeating asset I spy on the right hand side? I mean, it might be the case that these houses are all very similar. But yeah, just... No, if they should have... Minor details. Yeah, I think possibly as well the reason this has got quite a bad rap is because of how amazing London Overground was. I was genuinely, and I wasn't putting it on for the sake of the recording, that Train Sim World thing. I mean, you saw how many scenarios I had completed, and that is not like me in Train Sim World. I tend to just do it for the video, never play it again. That's very much how I am with this game, purely and simply because Train Sim Classic, in my opinion, is just better. It's better. It runs better, you know, you don't get weird things like with the lighting that's just happened there. Although I might just, you know, little screenshot. Little screenshot. What was actually happening with the front of the... Oh, hang on. The front of the train looks weird. I don't know if it's just this lighting. Yeah, now the sky is mysteriously cleared up in not at all a smooth fashion. We can see a little bit more of the route, so that's good. What's happening with the signal? Why is it flashing? Is it just because there was a raindrop on the window? Stop panicking, Joe. Stop panicking. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't exactly look good from where we're sitting here, does it? I mean, it just sort of doesn't. In comparison, like I say, I'm comparing this directly with the London Overground route, and you can compare them directly because they're the same game. You know, if we look over there, that's just not good. That is MSTS level of scenery. And for those of you that aren't aware, that's Microsoft Train Simulator. If you haven't ever seen that before, just Google MSTS. That's just poor. Yeah, actually, do you know what? I think the sky should perhaps not have cleared. I was enjoying it more when the sky was very bleak and, you know, we couldn't actually see beyond the route pretty much. Another building with scaffolding in. Hey, dearie me. Yeah, I've come in too slow here. It's one or the other, isn't it? We're coming way too fast or way too slow. There we go. Stop, stop, stop. Why are we not stop? There's an S-car board there. Why are you stopping me here? I've no idea. But we are facing uphill, so we'll see if we roll back today. Oh, hang on. What are we? What? Oh, what's happening with the camera? Ah! Why can't I go on the platform? There we go. There we go. Right, we need a photograph of that. Lovely. Right, doors are shutting. Make sure that we buzz. Oh, it's doing that where it keeps pressing it. Why have I pressed that? There we go. Sorry. There we go. We'll give the guard 2 back. Into gear. Hang on. Let's just put the brakes back on. Come on, Joe. You know how to do this. Stop being useless. Yep, we're rolling back. There we go. Of course, these would have the hill start assist. Disappears not to. Like I say, 1,000 apologies if it does and I'm just being useless, but it appears not to. And when I did the training, because I did the little introduction to the Class 170 module, it was not mentioned at all. So, you know, maybe they should have mentioned that if it was a feature. Train Sim Classic. Answer me one question. Can you do that with the 170 on Train Sim Classic? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I personally never do, but is the rollback prevention button, is that a feature? Is it a hotkey? I seem to remember it like if you hold F or something, it does it. But am I imagining that? I don't know. I don't know. So we've got, if we just look to the side here, we've got hay bales in the field. They're all facing perfectly the same way. It's just little things. They're all perfectly in line, facing the same way. Maybe they were meant to be like that. I don't know. Now that I look at it, they're all in a line. Perhaps that's just a very organised farmer. So if you just look, this is just irritating me. It's just me. I don't like it. I can't quite place my finger on it, but the ground texture's just like the ground in the field over there. You're going to get sick of me whinging, but like this and that, you can see it's a repeating texture again and again and again. It's like a small texture, which is just not nice to look at. But it's almost like it's quite low resolution. Maybe it's because we're moving, but like it just, yeah, it's just not great to look at, is it? Yeah. Not a fan. Not a fan. I can't see me spending an awful lot of time on this route. And like I say, I'm going to get Magic Toad to get a scenario together so that we can directly compare. Because, you know, people that, oh, well, Train Sim World looks prettier. I beg to differ. If you've got the necessary add-ons for Train Sim Classic, it looks fantastic. It really, really does. Fife Circle for Train Sim Classic, just to put that into perspective, I mean, this is £29.99. If I just have a look over here, let's try and do this without breaking the sim. View the DLC in the store. I realise you can't see this, but I tell you what, we'll go to the store. Fife. There we go. The Train Simulator Fife Circle line for Train Sim Classic is £8.99. Oh, I am speeding. Is £8.99. This is £29.99, and it is actually on sale at the moment. It's 50% off. It ends in. It will have ended by the time this video goes out. Excellent. I am gonna not stop at this station because I've not been paying attention. Right, bang it in emergency. Let's see if you blow me number. It stops on a 10p piece in emergency. Christ alive. I mean, we're still not stopping at the station, are we? But the brakes are fantastic in comparison. Let's... oh, good lord, that was a disaster. At what point does it get rid of that station? From the... Yeah, this is my fault. Oh, no, what's happened? Where's the music coming from? Oh, it's coming from the star on the net. I thought, this is all very dramatic. I've missed a station and the music starts. Right, let's reverse. Now, this is, of course, frowned upon massively. This would, I mean, I would be sacked if I did this in real life. Is essentially the, you know, just reversing back into the station, but we need to do this for the completion of the mission. So, apologies to all you realists everywhere. What I should do is contact the signaller and control, explain what's happened. If you're a certain amount of, you know, I think we'd probably be allowed to set back at this stage. We're not too far past the, but I certainly couldn't bang it in reverse and just set off on my own steam. Tell you what we'll do. We'll click the GSMR. There we go. Contacted the signaller. I've done my bit. But yeah, I would be probably taken off the job. Maybe here, maybe they'd let me drive it to Edinburgh so a manager could take over. I don't know, but yeah, I would be drug and alcohol tested to make sure that I've not been drinking, which I haven't. I've only been drinking coffee. You can probably hear the usual Joe slurping sounds, but it is coffee, I assure you. This is Train Sim World's revenge for me trying to undermine it by selling Train Sim Classic products and promoting them instead. There we go. Luckily, we're not on a time. Otherwise, that would not be good. Yeah, so if we just pop back to the store, I mean, even that gets mixed reviews, but £17.99 is the full price. So yeah, £17.99, it's still £12 cheaper than this. You get the Class 68, you get the 170, you get a 158, so you get a lot more variety in your traction. Whereas this, you only get the 170. So it depends what you play, doesn't it? If you don't own Train Sim Classic and you are a console gamer, then this is your only option, isn't it? And I get that. I do get that. But, you know, if you have the option between the two, I wouldn't look at this twice, to be honest with you. Like I say, it's not bad, but you can get a better product for cheaper. You've also, if you own other games or other DLCs in the Train Sim family, you might own the HST, for example. You might own, and this is Train Sim Classic, you might own the LNAR 801, 802 pack by Armstrong Powerhouse. Then obviously you can drive that on this route. You know, whereas you can't on Train Sim World. Or maybe you can, I don't know, but you know, it's easier to make scenarios, and there's so many scenarios you can download. That's just me personally, but the sky's cleared up really quick, hasn't it? We're not going to have any more station overruns now. This is already a flipping long scenario, and I've just made it longer, haven't I? And now we're speeding. I am not getting platinum in this scenario, am I? Oh, rusty caravan on the left. Right, so that must be the line. I said that must be the line. I have, truth be known, got no idea where that goes. Oh, right, so we are actually at the bottom of the Fife Circle. Excellent. Yes, of course we are, Inverkeithing. Come on, Joe, don't be dense. You know this. You've driven this lots of times. So that's like the chord that goes around, and if we'd have turned left and gone clockwise around the circle, that's where we'd have gone. Excellent. So we'll be going over the big bridge, won't we? With a bit of luck. I do like Inverkeithing in the sense of it's a wiggly platform, isn't it? I quite like that. There we go. Right. Oh, that was much better than the last station. Though let's face it, without actually not stopping and just continuing to the next destination, it couldn't be much worse. Where are we going now? So we're at Inverkeithing. Oh, we're still going to North Queensferry. Down many. Have we not been there? No, Dalgety Bay. I see. Oh, so we've still got a couple more stations. Right, lock the doors. We've got all the exciting bit yet to come, haven't we? Right. I've done that again before the guard's given us two. I know it was me that closed the doors, though, not you, so... You know, I should be able to... It's sort of this horrid mixture between driver-only operation and guard operation that sort of doesn't work for me. Where do we go if we go to the left, then? Go on, someone shout out. It's sort of a single line thing that goes on round there. Probably a freight line, I'd imagine. Or maybe not in use at all, because there's very much trees growing over it. I see. Right, we'll see if it does the Linda Blair. The Linda Blair flash, we'll call it, as we go into this tunnel. Now, be watching all the textures in the cab now. Okay, we got a little flash. It didn't seem to behave in quite the same way. Maybe it was just a temporary blip, that one. Okay, yeah. Though they did some sort of weird thing when it was brightening up, it sort of clicked, didn't it, to the current. It was weird. It's just a weird game. I don't know how Rivet do it. Nope, are we going onto the bridge now, people? We're going onto the bridge! We're not going onto the bridge. This is a different bridge. I just saw the red and got very excited. Please. Yeah, of course, North Queensferry is north of the bridge. Ignore me. It's actually quite a steep hill that we're going up now. When you're on the way down into Inverkeithing, I have had, believe it or not, a station overrun there as well, because the brakes just didn't do anything. I don't get why the signals keep flashing. That's very strange. Right, let's see. Watch those textures again. See, they go really low resolution. It sort of flashes into low resolution textures before you go in the tunnel. And then if you look, when it brightens up, just keep watching around here. When it brightens up, it sort of gets brighter and brighter, and then it comes back to high resolution textures. Why is that a thing? That's just strange. Right, are you watching? Are you watching? Everyone's there very tense. We're watching, Joe. We're watching. Look, brighter, 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 brighter. Click. There! Am I going mad? Oh no, we're doing a hill start, people. Oh, we're going to roll back. We're going to roll back. Right, there's the bridge. You could. Oh, there we go. The bridge in all its glory. We've actually got the blue blob to bob us by the S-car board. Lovely. Those door sounds sound absolutely brilliant, don't they? Let's have a look. Is there... oh, hang on, that's beeping at us. Anyone in first class? You there, madam? Have you got a first class ticket? with your Dovetail fashion hoodie on. That's quite a nice little detail. As much as Dovetail Games infuriate me with almost everything they do, I do quite like that. Dovetail fashion. I sort of imagine if I bought a Dovetail fashion hoodie, it would sort of, you know, the colours would all run in the wash, and 2 washes in it would be all bobbled and fall apart. That's actually unfair against Dovetail. Their recent London Overground line has been nothing short of a triumph. Look, we're rolling back, we're rolling back. Come on, engines. Bang it in full power. There we go. Port na Bran. That's not... Yeah, do not try to pronounce the Scottish underneath, Joe. That's not... I think it's Gaelic, isn't it? But don't try to pronounce it all the same. Oh, the weather's got worse again. Have you noticed? I didn't actually notice the weather get worse, to be fair. It didn't sort of flash like last time. I do like how you can see the rain texture on the window. I mean, it's not moving, so it looks like someone's thrown a brick at the window. That's just weird. But I do like how it's not visible on this side. Another bridge over there. We can put both on. There we go. Did not know you could do that, but we've got driver side or both. That's cool. And then what we'll do, we'll pop it off. There we go. And now we'll pop it on slow, so that they both go together. There we go. People with OCD across the country breathing a sigh of relief there that they're actually going in unison now. Myself included. That would have bothered me if they were both out of sync the whole way. I mean, we're on the bridge. Can't actually see anything. Oh, no, get that window up. I'm getting wet. Okay. You do actually get some run sounds if you put the window down. That's quite funky. I've now got a wet arm. Why didn't I get points for operating the window? I do like the sort of little bits of light here. Is that because we've got lights on the bridge? No, it's not. Why are they just random... What's this about? What's this sort of random floating orb about on the bridge? That, like, what is it? Because it's not the reflection off the metal, is it? It's just this random blob of light in the middle of the bridge. That's just odd. Back to reality with no floating orbs. Maybe there's a reason that there's a station just either side of the bridge. Maybe it's for people who don't like heights. Maybe they're advised if you're scared of bridges or don't like heights, now is your last opportunity to get off the train. Because after this, we're carrying on. I wonder how they're going to simulate this fallen tree. We're going to hit it, I wonder. That could be a deeply traumatic experience for a driver, so let's hope that they've simulated it quite tastefully. Don't know how you can simulate a traumatic incident tastefully, but we'll see how they do it. Are they just going to warn me of the tree? Am I going to hit the tree and there'll be splinters of wood everywhere? I don't know. I'm genuinely quite intrigued how they're going to do this. Or maybe I'm just going to be brought down to a red signal. I wonder what happens if I ignore the warning and just drive into said tree. There's a lot of questions going round my head now, I'm not going to lie to you people. An awful lot of questions. I can't believe we've been driving for 44 minutes. This is longer than I care to drive on a train sim thing. Although, do you know what? I always worry that I might not have enough to talk about, but we seem to be managing, don't we? Right, hang on. Keep the brakes on, Joe. There we go. You're learning. It infuriates me. That should be a like the most grisly buzz you've ever heard in your life. Right, off we pop. We can see yellow signals, so we'll just... oh, hang on. Right, so we're going via Dalmany main line. So the actual only part of this scenario that we're missing is the drive into Edinburgh Waverley, which I can tell you when I was there was too bright. It was very clinical. There was no grime. It was like a hospital. It was very, very odd. Take my word for it there, because I can't show you it, but I'm sure you'll see from other people's videos online. I don't like the fact it's all on one button as well. Right, go via location. We're managing that. We're just crawling out because, you know, yellow signal. We don't want to drive too fast. Is the fallen tree coincidentally just the other side of some points we can turn back on? Let's have a look. I wonder if they've actually put a tree, or the signal's red. Why would the signaller, if the signal's put that signal to red, why would they let me... Fallen tree ahead, stop the train? No, there isn't! I mean, we'll pop it in emergency, because I think that's what they do. Oh, there is a fallen tree! It coincidentally, just after that signal. Beautiful. Right, okay. Yeah, fallen tree. Oh, dear. Dear, dear, dear. That is just terrible. Oh, right. Oh, what on earth are we going to do? Thank heaven. I thought that tree was on fire over there, then. Good lord. Right. Right. Pop that in. Right. Where are we? There we go. That's in notch 3. Step 3. Set the reverse to off. Off. Sit in the driver's seat. Right, hang on. Is that down the other end? Right, well, I mean, we can't just change ends without controls authority. You know, there's no sort of message come up that said, oh, you're going to have to change ends, I'm afraid. Right, sorry, everybody. Yeah, there's been a fallen tree. We're going to have to go back, possibly. I mean, I'm assuming we are. Why is the lighting not on in the carriage? This is ridiculous. Did I not put it back on? There we go. Sorry, you've been in the dark the whole way. That was me farting around with the lights earlier. Right. You can't be big bone to get into that toilet, can you? It looks like these actually have shut behind them as well, these doors in between the carriage, unless... Well, I don't know why. I don't know why, but do they shut on their own? I like how when you walk through here, you get the outside sounds. That's pretty cool. Right, we're in the other end. Sorry, everybody. Yeah. I haven't passed my guard halfway down. I'm assuming they've leapt off the train. Maybe we left them behind at the last station. Right. Let's get the safety systems unisolated again. Off we pop. Right, hang on. Both. Slow. Into forward. And away we go. Right. So, we're off. We're just going to take it nice and slow because we're not in a rush, are we? I mean, there's a fallen tree for crying out loud. The service is in chaos. There'll be people running around, controls on fire, you know, phones ringing left, right and centre. Nobody knows what's happening. Network Rail are just sort of, they've just got their head in their hands rocking in a corner. It's a disaster, is this? This tree on the line? I mean, it makes out, sorry, from reading that sort of the activity, that stopped the train with a big emergency. I mean, there was a red signal, so we were never going to hit the tree, were we? It all seems a little bit dramatic. I thought we'd be travelling along at like 40 miles an hour and then come round a corner and be like, ah, tree! You know, we're on green signals and we'd be the first to discover it, but not the case. Yeah, it seems all very blown out of proportion. We've not even rung the signaller to tell the signaller there's a tree there. You know, should we not make a telephone call? Right, there we go. So we're stopping here. I'm not sure why. Aha! Right, off we go again. Rolling Back Simulator 2024. Right, we've got a position light by the look of things. If I zoom in on this enormous red glow, it's very much like an orb, isn't it? They're all orbs like on the bridge. I think we need to do something like that because we're doing a wrong directional movement. I should have done it before I set off, really. We had to do this once in the middle of the night. There was a problem en route. We had to turn around. We were driving past this housing estate just going... I thought, oh, there's going to be some angry people. I think it was about 1:45 in the morning. Like, oh, yeah. There's going to be some not happy people on like a Tuesday night. So it wasn't even like everyone would be out partying. I mean, in all fairness, this is the quickest sort of incident response that I've ever dealt with. Just, yeah, we're going back. Right, turn round, everybody. As you were. Right, we're going to drop you all off at this station with limited waiting space, hence why everyone's out on the platform with their colourful brollies. Hang on, load passengers? Why are you all getting on? Don't get on the train. You need to all get off. Clear off. We're finished now. Hello? Yeah, you need to... We're disposing the train, madam. The buttons work. That's funky. I like that. Door open, door closed. They actually have that. That's cool. I like that a lot. What have we got up here? This bridge looks like it's been made higher to accommodate electric wires. Right, lock the doors. But as a responsible train driver, there is a person sat there. Thank you. Where am I meant to go now? Oh, it's over there. 4 miles? Good lord. Where is Rosin? Oh, we're going all the way back through here. Ah, and then putting it in there, probably. Oh, there's a train there, look. I do like that about Train Sim World. You can always see the different trains moving about. And, you know, even when you're not there, they are. That's quite funky. I do like that. I don't know if we will be able to simulate this because I don't know, like with the getting me to stop where I stopped. I guess you could do it as a marker, I guess. Oh, we get to go back over the bridge with the funky, like, random bits of light on it. Hovering my mouse over that emergency brake again. It's because I'm a bundle of nerves now. There's a tree on the line. There might be more. Yeah, this is very odd. I think I know why they've done it, so that when it's sunny, this is like it's like the light filtering through the girders. But when it's not sunny, that just looks odd. And I mean, does it do this at night, for instance? I mean, what time is it now? It's 10 to 6 in the evening. But does it do this at night? Because I can't actually see. Maybe it's like lights. Are these lights? What are these things here? Oh, they're lights, but they're pointing sort of not towards the railway. So maybe it would be lit up. I don't know, but that just looks odd. They're pointing the wrong way. Alright, maybe it would be lit up. I still don't like it. I don't like the bridge, people. There we go. I said it. Was it this long when we drove over it before, or have they extended it? I think they made it longer, you know. I don't know if they're distance signals or if they're home signals, but I don't like the fact you can be stopped on the bridge. Could you imagine if there was disruption and you got stopped on the bridge? And you were there for like an hour just on the bridge. Oh, it don't bear thinking about, does it, that? I don't like it. Right, down we go. So this is downhill, so we're going to need some braking so we're not speeding. Oh, the flashing textures! It did it. Look, it just wasn't green, but all the. It's like it was dirty and there was loads of bacteria over it. The wiper blades at this point in the tunnel should be going ee bap 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 ee bap 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 bap. It's one for the Family Guy lovers amongst you there. So we're dropping down into Inverkeithing. Oh look, little buses. What are they? Should we... Oh, hang on. Should we have a look at what they are? They are American buses. Excellent. American buses that have been flipped to look like they're in the UK. What would it have taken them to have put an Enviro MMC down there, or something boxy that looks like it? That's not a new flyer. We've still got Edinburgh Waverley on the... yeah, we have. Still got Edinburgh on the destination display. Excellent. Ah! Right, here we go. Coming down into Inverkeithing now. Yeah, so we've got the HST can do 40. Hang on, so we can only do 30. Can we? Can we not? I mean, it says HST. We're not an HST, and it was 30 in the other direction, I seem to recall. Back through Inverkeithing. I like that. Want to seal the deal. Right, so we're off to the left now. We've come from the right. That was obviously Inverkeithing that we've just passed through. We need to stop at Rosyth South is where we're stopping. I don't know if that's a station. It doesn't look like it. It looks like we're going straight on depot. However, we do have passengers on our train. I don't know if perhaps we need to mention that to somebody. Right, so we'll be stopping just past here, and I'm assuming shunting in there. Right, we'll wait while we're at this this bit of points, and then we'll pop a bit more stage 1 braking. There we go. Right, here we go. Yeah, just the back end not clear of those points now. Yes, I suppose we need to be well clear, don't we? The track circuit's probably, if it is track circuited up here, I imagine it probably is, but the track circuits wouldn't allow us if we were well past the points. They wouldn't let them set the points. Right, so what are we doing? We are popping that into brake 3. Out. Off. Off. I do like how the sort of ambient lighting outside, look at that, the whole bridge lights up. That's pretty cool. I like that. Right, sit in the driver's seat, down at the other end. Close the first class doors. Have these closed again? They have, right. Oh, thank goodness for that. Train Sim has actually started closing doors. We've got a train full of people. What are you all doing on? You've been taken to the depot. This is a disaster. Oh, it's the woman in the hoodie. Maybe she's here as a permanent fixture. Right. Hey. There we go. Right. Off we pop. Onto the depot. Off we go. Well, I think, is that the last... Yeah, this is the last challenge of the day. So, yeah, let me know what you think to this in the comments section. I realise this has been quite a lengthy video. If what you've seen you've enjoyed and you want to go treat yourself to this, £29.99, as I say, there is a link in the description where you can pick this up. My verdict is, it's alright. Maybe get it when there's a sale on. I wouldn't rush to pay full price for it. If you are an avid train simmer, I would go for the Train Sim Classic Fife Circle line. As I say, £17.99 versus £29.99. I just think it's better, and you have a much wider variety of scenarios and stock to play with. That said as well, if you are with Train Sim Classic, you'll have the Armstrong Powerhouse stuff, I'm sure, but the 170 and the 158, the 68 with Armstrong Powerhouse, is just infinitely better than this. It's not a bad product, I'm just not wowed, is my verdict. So yeah, if you have enjoyed today's video, please do make sure that you click the like button, it's always appreciated, and if you haven't already, do consider subscribing, because we will be covering more Train Simulator content. Now, I would like, as I say, I'd like Magic Toad to do a scenario for this so that we can make a direct comparison for Train Sim Classic. We'll drive the exact same thing, tree on the line, and yeah, we'll sort something, I'm sure. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Cheerio! Goodbye for now.